Now, if you can remember the last session, it did end on a bit of a downer. Is it a downer? It was a bit dicey. We lost Tamer.
Yes.
Tamer was he maxed out his stressometer, which has mechanical effects in this game. And the mechanical effect of this is that Tamer is going to gain a trauma, which will affect him in the rest of the game. But I think before we do anything, before we go into downtime, I'm going to put because Jake doesn't look quite stressed enough yet. I'm going to put him on the spot a little bit. The last we saw of Tamer, it looked like he'd just been shot in the head by a security guard at Templeton & Sons Auctioneers. And what I kind of would like to know is what happened to Tamer afterwards, because we saw Aggie leave him behind. And the Bluecoats were banging on the door effectively, trying to get in. Do you have any ideas about what happened afterwards there to Tamer?
You know, I think if we don't remember, Tamer already had a little walk-in with the Bluecoats, where he kind of was trying to show that there was a bigger group that needed to be dealt with, that they needed to be concerned about.
Yeah.
So it's quite possible that they're going to want to revisit their conversation with me. So that's one possibility.
Okay.
With regards to why am I found now in the middle of this auction house? I don't think anybody's going to mistake me for one of the dog handlers. So I'm, if anybody were to notice that I'm kind of out of place there, with regards to all the other mess of the other staff that they need to clean up, then yes, there will be some questions asked about what my presence was doing there.
Because you appeared to be one of the casualties, did Tamer?
Oh, I did not walk out of that location on my own accord. I was likely brought out on a stretcher if anybody was so kind as to bring a stretcher. Otherwise, likely I would have just been, dragged by the scruff of my neck.
Okay. All right. So we can probably look at that then when we do the downtime stuff in just a moment. And I think we'll kick off with that right now. But first, we're gonna do our XP from the last session, of course, where we ask ourselves a number of questions and see whether we can get some XP for our guys, our crew here. First, we'll start with I'm gonna start with Bang, if I may.
Okay.
Right. So and what we do here is we're going to ask a few questions, and if you answer yes to any of the questions during this, you get an experience point that you can stick in your character sheet on the playbook XP, which is very nice. And once you've filled that track, you then get to choose a new playbook ability. So, as a leech, you are a chemist and saboteur. I'm going to ask you whether you addressed the challenge with technical skill and mayhem in the last session. And I mean, that's a definite.
I think it was a yes to both of them.
Yeah, I think it happened more than once as well, personally. What do you think? Do you think it happened more than once? Because
I think it's more of the technical skill I used to open the door.
You did.
The mayhem was throwing the poison into a room full of people.
Yeah, I mean, there was that as well. So you can get 2 tick marks in your character sheet, in your playbook XP track. Okay. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background in the last session?
Don't think I did. No.
Really? Okay. Well, yeah. All right. Fair enough. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma last session?
Maybe.
Yes. Yeah.
I maybe
and the thing
kind
about
of.
it, yeah, I don't get to say whether you did or not. Because as the GM, it's all up to you. You get, if you feel you did, then you get to tick a box, and I can't do anything about it, which is cool.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So there was still some backlash of when I kind of overdid it
You
a few
did.
sessions ago. So there's still some backlash from that.
Yeah. Did it happen more than once?
Just a bit.
Well, yeah. I say I struggled with it because that was I explained everything to Aces about what happened.
Yes.
It turns out I wasn't very clear about the extremeness of what happened.
Oh, yeah?
But yeah.
I think you can have 2 XP for that one. I think you should definitely take 2 for that one.
Oh yeah.
And that's it for you for that. Each player, we're going to ask different questions depending on which playbook they're using. They were the questions that get asked to the leech character. Over to Aces, who is a slide, a slick con artist and spy and manipulator of people. And Aces, the questions that he asked for the slide here are: did you address a challenge with deception or influence?
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely
Okay.
yes.
I think, did more than once?
Would you... So in my head, I don't know, because, so I convinced the guard at the gate,
Yeah.
and then I kind of convinced the rest of them at the table. Would you say that's the same?
I mean, there's another way. Another way you could look at this, of course, is because Aces did convince the guys that he was a particular person when you went in.
Yes.
But you also did influence the person you were pretending to be.
I did, yes, I did influence them. Yes, and definitely twice then, if that, yeah.
Okay, go on then. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background at all during the last session?
When it says drives.
Yes. What drives Aces?
Now, Aces drives to be the best gang, and, to...
Oh, you definitely didn't do that.
No. No.
Huh?
I don't know, technically they succeeded, and he got a load of loot.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to say no, just because I think he's bored. Because otherwise, I'm going to say yes on every single, every time we succeed.
Which
on
is
a
your
thing.
prerogative, of course.
Yeah.
But I respect your decision. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or trauma during this session?
I definitely struggled with issues from my bullet wounds. Are they the traumas?
No, not quite.
Damn.
But I like your thinking. Well, I mean, you know what? I could just say, I'm just the GM. I'm not going to say anything.
He
I'm
also
not going to have any
struggled
opinion on
with-
this whatsoever. You tell me. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas?
Was the hallucination a trauma as well? I mean, chance because he struggled with that. No, I don't think he did.
Okay, fair enough. Then we're going to go to Tamer.
All right.
Tamer. Tamer is the Hound. He's using the Hound playbook. He is a deadly sharpshooter and hunter. So we ask the Hound the following questions. Did you
I'm
address...
supposed to be.
Look, last session, I saw Tamer take out a single guy with one throwing knife.
Yes.
He's a badass. Did you address a challenge with tracking or violence?
Yes. Exactly what you mentioned.
Did you do it more than once, though?
No. we'll say once.
I think you are forgetting.
Yes, I've done many other things with other ulterior motives. But yes, I did.
Yeah, did you not follow that guy back? That was the previous session, wasn't it?
Yes,
Would you follow
sure.
the guy back? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I can't remember if we took that into account. Anyway, did you? Did you do it more than once? I don't remember. So tell me.
I did it in one scene multiple times.
There you go. Take you can tap
Okay,
two for
well, fine.
that. Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background at all during the last session?
No, I've definitely done it more in previous sessions, so I don't think...
You did. That's not the question, sir. Now, did you not go in there with a specific intent?
Yes, 100%.
Would that not be classed as expressing your drives, belief, heritage, or background?
Yes, it would be. I will accept that.
So you will have,
that. Well, because it will help explain what I'm going to do next before you.
So you'll have 2 XP for that. Did you struggle with issues from your vice or traumas session?
Well, yes. I overburdened myself and succumbed to my stress. I'm not sure if that's the intent of it.
I'm not sure. You know what? I don't know either. You tell me. You want to take a point?
I have a consolation. I'm not going to take a point for that because I will be taking a point for something else. So the last time I leveled up, so to speak, or XP'd up, I took that ability called Vengeful, where I gain an additional XP trigger. And the XP trigger is described as this. You got payback against someone who'd harmed you or someone you care about. If your crew helped you get payback, also mark crew XP.
Oh.
Now, this is where we have to remember that my nemesis, Rasmus Darva, actually had a few reasons for being in Duskfall. One of which is because of the racing and betting and the monies that Lady Tazzy Sable had invested here. But unbeknownst to her, he had also come to town with a lot of her fine jewelry, which he was hoping to sell for his own personal gain.
Yeah.
So he was stealing from Lady Tazzy Sable to enrich his own pockets.
Right.
That table that I wound up upending with all those valuables over one of the guards contained many of those delicate and expensive pieces of jewelry, which he will now no longer gain the benefit from, and which Lady Tazzy will no doubt discover them missing at some point without any explanation. So while my original intent was to steal some of it and send it back to Lady Tazzy and expose Rasmus, that didn't quite work out. But I would say that the party did help me at least destroy these goods, which in essence is a direct way to gain vengeance upon my nemesis. And I would invoke a party XP for that.
Oh, look at that. It's just a gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, sure. Okay. I'm game. I'm game for that. So I think that's checked all of the boxes so far for that. On to Aggie. Aggie is the cutter, the fighty type, a dangerous and intimidating fighter, as the playbook is explained. Now, Aggie had her own reasons for going into the auction house as well, which we'll get to in a moment. But the cutter, we have to ask certain questions for experience points, and the first one is, did you address a challenge with violence or coercion?
Yes.
Okay. Do you feel you did it more than once?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Okay. So you can have 2 XP for that.
And that's on the playbook XP at the top.
On the playbook XP, yep.
Okay, yeah.
Did you express your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background in the last session?
Yes.
Yes. More than once?
Well, the whole session was really me straight.
Yeah, but did you personally express those?
No, only at the beginning when I said,
Okay,
right,
so
I
you
wanted
can
to go in. Yeah.
You get 1 XP
It's
for that.
flop.
Flup, you flup. So what we do there is you'll empty that and you get to choose the next new ability on your character playbook. So you get to choose one of the cool special abilities that it has and put a check in that box.
Okie dokie. I might put that in.
You don't have to choose right now. You can do it in a
Prowess.
moment. No, it's not that. Your ability, special ability.
On
As
the
in,
play
you've got
page.
bodyguard at the moment on the play page. Yep,
Okay. Sorry.
that's all right.
Oh, okay, right, okay.
So
We'll
you
do that
can
in a
read
second.
those and choose. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
We can look at the playbook of the actual crew, the high cards, a
Hey,
crew
wait,
of
you haven't
bravos.
answered my last question.
Oh, did I not? Oh, did I not?
Did you struggle with your issues from your vice or
Vice or
trauma?
trauma?
No.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah, I know the answer was no, but I still had to be asked
Yeah,
it.
sorry. Yeah, I how neglectful of me. Okay.
You just wanted to deny you, that's all.
Yeah, let's slow him down. Okay, so you're a crew of bravos, mercenaries, thugs, and killers. That is what the bravos are. And so we get to ask a few questions.
We're trying to clean up our act and just get into gambling, really. I mean,
clean up our act. Okay, so did you execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab operation?
Yes.
You did.
Yes.
We got the
You
loot.
get an XP. No, it
We're
was
full.
success. Yeah.
We're
So
full.
that means you get to choose a special ability from the crew. Now, you don't have to do this right now.
Oh, no, we do.
You can.
Oh my God.
I'm going to ask the next question.
Okay.
And the next question is, did you contend with challenges above your current station?
Yes.
Yes, I
Yes,
think
it was,
you
wasn't
did. Yeah. Did you bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one? Now, your crew's reputation is ambitious at the moment. Do you think
Oh,
you
we
bolstered that?
We were
Or
definitely ambitious.
I think we've changed it.
yeah.
To batshit crazy.
Exactly. Unsuccessful.
Okay. And did you so add another tick in then to the crew XP box, if you would? And then did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew during the last session?
I don't think so.
You don't? You don't think?
I think we did from the conversation that Ace is
The
about.
goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew.
I think by having the two captains go out and one kill the other, I think is...
That wasn't on the last one. Oh, but it was
was.
since the last downtime.
If we
No,
didn't,
no, it's
yes,
last
mark
session.
it yet.
Oh,
I-
but in the
but
last session, me and Tony, our
Exactly.
characters, did have an inner conflict because she came
did.
back, and
Yeah,
Aces basically scolded her for
Because
it.
I came back.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, because you,
Well, no, 'cause you'd done a runner and-
came back,
yeah.
wasn't it? I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, go on then. Why not? And you also get another one donated by Tamer because of his.
Oh. Well, we're
The
almost
fact that you
halfway
didn't
through.
know that you were like willing participants in this
That's irrelevant.
act of vengeance doesn't
Yeah.
matter. You did help me.
Can I suggest to the crew, for our ability to take, we take a point for Vault Lair so we can start storing our coin in the vault because I think we're all pretty full.
Yeah.
Can we
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Yeah.
out there?
Yes.
Yeah, which will allow us
Oh,
to
is that
store
where
up to 8 coins into the crew vault.
Yeah. At the moment, you can only keep 4 coin in there.
Yeah.
However, I sense that a lot of coin is about to be spent. But we'll get to
True,
that in a second.
but
Uh-oh.
How much gold coin have we got at the moment?
It's whatever you're carrying.
Ooh,
plus-
what about... Now, this is really cheesy, and Matt might scold me for this later. Why don't we take war dogs?
Why later? Take what?
Why don't we take war dogs? Which, when we're at war, our crew does not suffer -1 hold, and PCs still get to do 2 downtime activities instead of just 1. How convenient that would be!
I'm open to it if you want to take it. You guys are going to need all the help you can get.
I feel like we definitely need those 2 moves to get stress and health back for our crew, because we are in such a bad state right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. That is true.
We should say to chat, we've been warned that we're about to go to war due to certain people's actions.
Yeah, but they're going to go to war with a rival faction, and this has mechanical consequences in the game. Namely, that when we go into the downtime phase in Blades in the Dark, this is where the characters get a chance to relieve themselves of any of the stress that they've built up by indulging their vice, or they can try and reduce the heat on the crew that they've built up, or heal any injuries that they've taken. Normally, they get 2 downtime actions for free. They can do 1 of 2 of these things anytime they like. And when a gang goes to war with another gang, that gets reduced to 1. They only get 1 free downtime action each. So maybe war dogs won't be such a bad thing at this moment in time. It'll be kind of a tactical decision.
Yeah, I mean, in my
which will probably be
opinion,
the first one you guys have made.
in my opinion, war dogs is the only other one that makes sense. A vault lair is the thing that we would probably need otherwise.
Yeah.
That
I mean, the thing
we
is,
could wait for that.
technically, you need
a
both
lot.
of them, right? Because if you don't if you don't spend this coin, what are you going to do with it? I mean, you can put it in stash.
I
You
think
also,
I've got
each
room
character,
for 1 more coin on my character. I've only got 3
each
at the
character also has a stash,
Yeah.
which is basically money that they're putting aside for when they retire, and that also has a mechanical effect, as in when they finally take too much stress and they have to throw it all in. The more money they have in stash, the better the lifestyle they will have when they retire. So it could be a happy ending for them, or they could end up in poverty, and not have a great retirement, shall we say.
We're too young
Right.
to worry about that now.
Yeah. So you guys want to do the war dogs?
I think war dogs is the most
Yeah.
sensible option, given our
Okay.
status.
Mark's like,
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
We need
take
those
it.
downtime actions rather than money
Yeah.
at this point.
You know what? Do you know what is actually the big burning question right now that I have? Why is there a tea bag in my coffee, Ange? Anyway.
You know,
Yeah.
like maybe you invented something new, like peanut butter and chocolate.
It's not. It's toffee.
Coffee and
It's
tea.
toffee, or key. Which. Anyway.
I did not expect that.
Wow.
You could put milk in both.
Did you know what? Do you know if I've got a stress track right now? I'm suffering trauma.
Oh my god.
Anyway, did you want to come back in 5 minutes, chat, when we've finally got over this? We've resolved it.
It's chamomile coffee.
Oh, yeah. It's a terrible time. And do you know what's worse? Is that now I've done that, I've got to edit all this out for YouTube as well. I don't know why I did it. Why did I do it? Why?
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Anyway, welcome to my world, chat.
Oh.
Anyway, enough of this. We've got serious things happening.
I'm done.
Wow.
So we're gonna.
I think they're lost.
I don't know. Do we need technical difficulty screen just for a little?
I'm just gonna go do it.
We've lost one already.
I know.
I think.
Anyway, I'm completely off track now.
Well,
I don't know what I'm
we lost
doing.
Aces. He went to the tracks again to gamble.
I did. Anyway, yeah. So we're going into downtime, people. And first of all, we get to look at the payoff.
Yeah.
Now you managed to grab a whole bunch of stuff. Well, Bang certainly did.
Yeah.
And you also, are you all right? Everybody okay? Good. So, if we're going to deal with, before we deal with the money, we'll deal with the reputation that you have incurred. Normally, you get 2 rep for your score.
Yeah.
That is the default. Now, it says here you get a +1 rep for a high tier target or higher tier target. And I think we'd said and we acted as if this was a higher tier target, so you're going to get a +1 rep on that. So that's going to be 3 rep off the bat. Was it a quiet operation? I don't think it was. No.
We tried.
Yeah, so you're going to get a 3 rep for that, which is cool.
Nice.
And then we're going to go into the amount of coin that you have earned. I think you managed to get some stuff. You may not have got everything you wanted. So 6 coins seems about right. That's a standard amount of loot, I think.
I did get. Don't forget, Ace's got a safe from downstairs.
You did. Was there money in it?
I don't know. Was there?
You didn't open it. You didn't get it open, did you?
No, I did because they had the key on them,
Oh,
and
did
I
they?
grabbed it, and there was supposedly money in it. I don't know how
Yeah,
much.
so you got that and the bits that 6 coin then. Let's not complicate matters.
Oh, yes.
No, he did do it. I remember him doing it at the end.
Yes, I do as well
Yeah.
now. So I think 6 coin is fair enough. You get to assign that between you and the rest of it in the vault you haven't bought.
So that's 1 each, and then we've got 2 floating around.
We can't. Can we hold 2 at the moment until
No,
the end of the
whatever you're holding is whatever you're holding.
So we can only take 4, right? If we all only have 1 each.
This is a weird one. And what I think I'm going to do, you've got 2 coin there. You're going to want to spend some. Somebody's going to want to spend something in a moment when we go to the healing
I mean,
stuff.
am I
So
right in saying we all have
I'm
1?
going to say. So you've all got 1. Yes, you should all have the same. Yeah. So we basically have 2 coin that's kind of knocking around at the moment.
Yeah.
I think what if first off, if anybody's doing for heat or anything, then that'll be the coin straight for that.
Yeah, and healing and things like that you'll need.
Anything for the whole crew. That's the coin straight up for that. I think.
Technically we're supposed to just say, I'm sorry, you can't hold anymore. That's the whole point of buying the crew vault that you didn't buy, but you've bought war dogs instead. So
I would have thought it would make sense if you've got to have less than that by the end of downtime before going into free play.
Because that suits you. You know what I think I think I'm gonna go with that rule right now as well, because
House rule.
I'm feeling kind, and I don't know, maybe there was something in my drink, I don't know, but so
Caffeine overload.
So we're going to go on to heat. How much heat was it? Now this is where it's going to get interesting because you already have 5 heat as a crew.
We do.
Yes.
You already have 5 heat.
Oh.
And you're going to gain. When we're talking about the last score, I mean, I'm thinking it was quite loud and chaotic.
Really?
High exposure.
Yeah, it was.
What do you guys think?
Yeah,
do you
because
think
the
it
police
was?
ended up turning up. The blue coats turned up and everything, and it was that
Oh
loud.
God, yeah.
And-
I stood
yeah.
there right in front of them,
And,
shooting them.
and not only that, Aggie was trying to stab them with her gun as well through the bars.
That really didn't help.
Um,
That. Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
Aggie went a bit crazy.
yeah. So that's
I
going to
did
give you.
because I did that skill, didn't I? That sent me.
You did.
Berserk,
Yeah.
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 So that's 4 heat straight away.
Ooh, that's-
Wow.
that one
Is a high profile, well connected target? Not really. Hostile turf? Probably not. At war with another faction? Yes. Which means that that you're gonna get extra. You're gonna get 5 heat for that one.
Our heat, well, just on the 4 to begin with, our crew heat reaches 9.
I know.
So we're gonna take that
I
into a
know.
wanted level.
Oh no! I know. Yeah. So, but excess rolls over, so we've got to make sure we get it all, haven't we?
Yeah, definitely. I'm just resetting
was
it now.
killing involved in the?
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think there was definite murder,
I think
which gives us +2
someone.
heat.
Can I just?
So there's seven.
I know this isn't going to be helpful, but you skipped over the
Okay.
high-profile, well-connected target.
I didn't think they were particularly high profile.
I would argue
Okay.
that.
Oh, you want more? Okay.
Well, no, but
Why are you arguing?
I
Why are you
feel
arguing?
like-
Why don't you let him skip it?
I would argue that the doll from the auction house itself was a high-profile target.
Explain.
Because it's a very, very valuable item. It was on the auction. Of significant emotional value.
Only to Aggie though.
Well, you're saying Aggie doesn't count?
Yes.
I feel like
You know, let me take the heat off Mark a bit. I'll help you out here. I think the fact that Rasmus Darva had Lady Tazzie's stuff there made it high profile.
Oh, you want it, do you? You want
I
it,
think
do you?
I think it was going to be.
Why
high
are we
profile
trying to
because-
make our heat worse?
we're
Okay.
just trying to be fair.
I mean,
I
all
mean,
right. We
If
have
you were gonna
8.
go, if you really wanted that, you could just say it's an auction house with loads of rich people connected to it. They have their stuff there. It's a
If
high,
they were
that's
that
high
rich,
profile
if they were
target.
that rich, I wouldn't be
no,
selling the stuff.
I'm overruling all of you. And I'm going to
wow.
say, yeah. But I mean, I know it's uncharacteristic, but I don't think that they were particularly high profile. They were respectable, but I don't think they were particularly high profile.
With the
And I'm
blue
gonna-
coats
and
that Angie shot at, not high profile?
They weren't the target.
They became the target.
Anyway, so we got
They were
7.
insignificant.
7 heat, which is going to
Yeah.
push you up.
Yeah, so that's 3 over.
So now
Oh wait, that's
you have
Have
a
you-
wanted
I've
level.
already done it.
You have
yeah.
a
It
wanted level.
added it.
Yeah, it's added it
on.
again. Yeah,
That's
so
not-
There, that's
you know, yeah,
better.
it does it automatically. Yeah.
Oh, right, okay.
So now, when you have a wanted level, you can't get rid of a wanted level unless somebody goes to jail. That's the only way you can get rid of a wanted level. However,
How convenient.
at this point, a wanted level of 1 is not that big a deal.
So if it's at level 4 and one person goes to jail, that wipes it out completely? Or is it one per level?
You know what? I haven't read. I can't remember what that says exactly. But somebody has to go to reduce. I mean, it might be a person that has to reduce to each level. But you're only on wanted level 1, and the wanted levels can go up fairly high. So, it's not going to have a huge effect. And maybe it will be beneficial. I don't know. You're hardened criminals, right?
Yeah, we're gangsters, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
So I don't think we go to jail. So we'll probably skip the incarcerated bit for now. I don't think that you want to send any of your players, certainly, to jail for this. Any of your characters.
No.
But you are wanted level 1, and that is cool.
No, it's not cool. It's not cool to be wanted by the authorities. IMT does not.
Yeah, so we've made a roll of the on the. I mean, this is the One More Multiverse Blades Edition VTT. Does all of this shit for you. It's fantastic for that. Really,
to be fair,
is
that's why I had to leave England and run away to Canada.
Yeah.
It might be historically true. Many years ago.
There's no answer to that.
Can't be that bad.
I've made an entanglement roll, or rather, our VTT, our wonderful VTT, this is One More Multiverse Blades Edition, has made the entanglement roll for us, and it's come up with cooperation, which, fortunately for you guys, at this point in the game, has no effect on you because you have no factions that you are.
We have no friends.
Yay! I knew it would pay off eventually.
Yeah, I knew pissing everybody off would be of a benefit at some point. Which just takes us around to the downtime activities. Now you've taken War Dogs. So
Yes.
you get 2 downtime activities each. You can spend coin, remember. Now you can spend coin to buy yourself extra downtime activities at a rate of 1 coin per extra activity you do. But you can also, say you, on your healing rolls, for example, you can spend a coin to increase the level of effect you get from the healing. Okay.
So
say
I'm
you-
going to
you-
suggest maybe that I go through this first, since I don't have any stress anymore, because I'm now traumatized and obsessed, and
Yeah.
that eliminated all my stress.
It certainly did.
I will spend my 2 downtime activities trying to remove heat from the
Oh, you want to
party.
set up a both?
If those are successful, then it will free up those that have harm or stress or need healing to
Okay.
get those
Yeah,
repaired.
You
maybe.
can
I will go
certainly
and-
do that.
I was planning on going finding a healer as well to help.
Okay. I mean, technically we have one.
And a
You
better
are-
one.
Just the
Yeah.
very
Yes,
better
we
one.
do.
Mark,
Hostages.
have I got a damage button somewhere?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Because I got shot, didn't I?
Oh, you're healing.
On progression and
Yeah, on your character sheet.
Yeah, there's something that says harm.
Yeah, it says gunshot to the arm, but I thought we had a little clock and you had to get certain chunks off.
you do, but you've not started it yet.
All right.
Oh yeah, because I've still got a black eye, but I don't actually know what that does.
Yeah, I mean, been a while since we.
I think our bruise would have gone by
We've
now.
all forgotten about it. Now you can apparently, if you get injured, you can try and power through the injury and reduce it by taking stress, which is probably not something you want to do.
No.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are we doing then, folks? We've got Bang acquiring an asset, which is going to be the new healer.
I better
And
one.
you want to train as well. Aces wants to recover and indulge a vice. Remember, you need to click on the box for the things you're going to do for your actions, guys, if you wish. In the activities window.
Why can't I see mine?
What do you mean? Because you haven't
You have
clicked
to
on
click
anything yet.
lower.
Oh, right, sorry.
It doesn't look like buttons, to be fair.
No.
it doesn't.
Okay.
We've got to.
You
Yeah.
need to do your vice.
Yeah. Game. Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All done? Okay, so let's look at this first then. Who's going to go first? Who wants to go first?
I'd probably
Well,
say.
bangs at the top. So.
Yeah.
I think it'd be me and Tolmar first. and
If
then-
you're
Okay.
getting a healer, it would be helpful for you to go first.
Okay, so if you click the little dice there, is that rolling an action?
It's just fortune.
Yes, it should be fortune. Yeah. It's gonna be. It's actually 0 dice, isn't it? 'Cause you're a 0 level crew. So it's gonna roll 2 dice and take the lowest, and then. So, you can just click roll for that.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh.
Nice.
you got a 4. So that
Okay.
means you get. I think you get a tier 1, which is better than you had last time. if I recall. Yeah, which I mean, it's an improvement.
So if you acquire an asset, do you lose your old one?
What do you mean?
We're just acquiring healers in the corner.
Yeah, they kind of they just. I mean, you don't have to, but you may as well because the other one was rubbish. This
Yeah.
one's half decent. So
We're basically employing them into the crew.
You know
really.
what? He always helped Kelev, whenever he got hurt. So, I personally vouch for him.
there you go. And so we have a healer, somebody that is competent
On humans.
on humans, on human beings, on actual real human beings.
Thank God on humans.
What are you going to train in? Bang?
Prowess, was it?
Prowess, because your crew has an upgrade which allows you to train prowess. I think
Yeah,
you get
I'm aiming
double
to get
XP.
skirmish.
Yeah. Do you get double XP if you train?
Yeah.
Which means you get to tick 2 boxes on prowess.
Nice.
Yep. Cool. Aces.
Yes.
Aces needs to recover, doesn't he? He's
Desperately.
very badly injured.
Yes, he
Yeah.
has a gunshot to the shoulder.
He did. He got shot quite severely. I mean, it was a cool scene.
He
did
don't
manage to
remember
take
it.
He would take out 3 guys while it happened, which is kind of badass.
Whilst seeing 7 guys, might I
Yeah.
add.
I mean, so he did fire probably more shots than he needed to.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, I am going to be healing.
okay, click that little dice. See
Ooh.
where we go.
Click the dice. There we go.
You get a bonus dice because your healer has a die, which is good.
Bonus die.
Yeah. And then we're going to roll to see what you get.
Wow.
That's not great, is it?
That's
So you're going to heal 1 segment on your healing clock.
May I spend a coin?
Yes.
Thank
To
you.
increase that to 2 segments.
Okay, so that's now filled my healing circle.
Okay. So that at least gets rid of your busted
Bruised
jaw or
jaw.
whatever it was. Yeah.
Yep.
That's gone.
Love it.
Yeah. Now,
Ace can talk again.
yeah. That's that.
Damn it,
gone.
we didn't think about that.
Did you want to spend another coin to give yourself another action to do another healing roll?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
I'm definitely spending a second coin.
Okay. Will that allow you to add that in, or would you
I can just
just click recover again? Yeah, just
recover
reroll.
again.
Remember to give yourself your bonus die.
+1 because we have a competent healer.
Yep.
Nice.
Yay!
Yeah. Yes, this is it.
So, with a 6, that, I believe, will fill in 3. So if you spend another coin, you can increase that to 4 segments cleared.
I am going to spend another coin
Told you that
and
we're gonna
clear
spend
that
it.
circle.
Yeah, okay.
So is that
And that will
gunshot
reduce
completely
your-
gone, or does it now
No,
become a
it's
lesser
reduced
effect?
to a level 1. Yeah,
Okay.
a level 1. So you've just got your injured shoulder now or whatever. But it's now just a less effect thing rather than. And you then want to indulge your vice, do you not?
I do want to indulge in my vice, yes.
And to reduce some of that stress. What are you on at the moment? You're very.
I'm on
very
8.
stressed.
I'm on 8.
Yeah. So let's hope you roll more than 1.
Oh,
Otherwise, you might be spending another coin.
Uh-oh.
wow.
Oh, 4 stress.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's not bad.
that's
I
not
think
bad.
you should do that for you automatically as well.
Yeah, it has automatically done it. Yeah.
Cool. Now, are you done, or did you want to do anything else? Did you want to spend another coin?
Like if the thing is, if I'd have got 2, I'd have spent the coin because it's like I can do 6. Obviously, I
Yeah.
don't want to overindulge at this point, so
No.
I think I'm happy with the 4 and the bad shoulder. I feel like that's a good end point for me.
Okay, cool. Tamer. Now, Tamer, you're going to spend some time reducing heat. Now, at the moment, you have 3 heat. So you might want to rethink that. You've got the wanted level. You can't reduce that, whatever. You can't reduce that by reducing heat.
Right.
So it's entirely up to you whether you want to spend 2 actions reducing heat or just try for 1 and do
Is it
something
something
else.
that I have to lock in before, or can we decide after the first roll?
Well, you can always spend coin to do extra, can't
Okay.
you? So
And how much coin did we get? Because there was a little bit of a
yeah, you will.
internet
I mean,
issue for me.
You've got on you. If I look at your character at the moment,
I have the 3, but did I get from this heist?
so you will
anything, or I
have.
didn't
Yeah,
get
you
that?
got 1. You got definitely got 1
So-
that's filled up that for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you know what? I think I will change my reduce heat for the second one
Okay.
to my long-term project,
Oh.
which is going to be the object of my obsession now. I think
Okay.
probably from now, because of my obsession, I will be working on my long-term project as one of my downtime activities.
What's
from
your
now on.
long-term project then, Tamer?
My long-term project is my nemesis. He
What
is
is
now
it?
my long-term project.
Okay. So you are.
It is
Spending
to
time.
basically kill Rasmus and or defame him in the name of Lady Stasi.
So your long-term project, effectively, I guess, then is
It's a short-term project. It's a
you're-
medium-term project. It's a long-term project. I am obsessed.
but you will be spending all of your spare time just following this guy around, tracking his movements and that kind of malarkey. Is that the?
And finding different ways to,
Okay.
yeah, it's, for now.
All right. So on your character sheet, we'll start a long-term project, and it's going to be called. What should we call it?
Fatal Obsession.
We've got to find the right bit for it. Here we go. Long-term projects. Start a new player clock, and this clock, we will call it. We'll just call it spy. Gather information, info on Rasmus Darva. Is that good for you?
That sounds great.
Okay. And the long-term project clocks are always 8 o'clock.
8 cheeses.
Yeah, 8-segment clock.
I have nothing but time.
That's cool. So, let us make a roll then. For that, I believe.
All right.
Where do their clocks show? Does it show on our main map, or does it show on their?
It shows that it does. You see it in the clocks tab on the right hand side, but also it will appear on their couch.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
I've only
so-
got one.
Yeah, how are you going about this? Because it seems to me that you're using the abilities that are very, very specialist to you. You're spying on him, you're tracking him, following him. But I guess
and
you're
using
asking
my-
questions about
I'm also-
questions about from his acquaintances and this malarkey, kind of malarkey.
I think I'll be using my connections with the Bluecoats. See, little does the party know, nor do you, yet.
All right, okay.
That the Bluecoats, I am trying to turn them into my, into informants of mine.
Now
I
this sounds like your long-term project.
Okay.
To be
All
fair,
right. That could be. Then,
Yeah.
then let's do it that way.
yeah, that sounds more like what you're trying to do. So it's like an acquiring asset, but you're trying to acquire. I mean, it's the entire Blue Coats. That's going to be tricky. You already have one connection in the Blue Coats. You've got Conway,
All right.
but he's with the crew. But you could try and be getting somebody else.
All right.
If you're just trying to get some like a network within the Blue Coats or something, I guess that would be a. So
And
let's
I'm
go
actually
with it.
going to also tie it into reducing heat. Because there's going to be a tie-in between my conversations with the Bluecoats and reducing heat, which I'll confuse you with, I guess, during my next roll.
Within Blue Coat. Oh, look at that. It's pretty very, very slowly at the moment, so I can't really edit. Yes, I can.
Okay, can you see that?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I would like you to do is tell me what ability you're going to be using to try and get these Blue Coats onto your side. Describe how you are doing, how Tamer is going about this.
Okay. I don't think there's anything more appropriate than attempt to sway.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, Dave's giving you some options there.
When the information. Oh.
Yeah, I guess if I can use money and sacrifice a coin towards that.
I mean, you can. That's going to give you a bonus die. But
Okay.
if you're using sway, I think that kind of would be an appropriate thing. Or consort? No, sway probably. I think you could do that, but the coin would give you a bonus die if you wish.
Okay, that's
Or you can use it to increase the effect level or something, maybe. Wolf.
Great to get two instead of one.
Yeah.
No, we'll just go for the bonus die because
Okay.
I think we need rolls over that. So I'll take off the coin that I just got.
Yep. I think addition is going to be risky. Standard.
There we go. And I just roll.
You do. Roll with it.
It's not allowing me to roll though.
Is it not? Or is it just being very slow?
It could be. All right, maybe I'll just roll it from here. And there we go. But it's only with one bonus die, right? Do I add one or do I add one?
So I'll add one for you.
There you go, because I think I might have taken the coin away too quickly.
Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay.
There we go. All right, thank you.
Oh,
Mixed success.
well, we get to check 2 segments of that clock as you begin your nefarious dealings with the blue coat.
All right. Now for reduce heat.
Yeah, how are you going to reduce heat? What's the...
I think again it's going to have to be it's going to have to be another sway, and I will actually use another piece of coin which is thematically appropriate, because the way I'm reducing heat is with the blue coats. When they had taken me in,
Oh,
again,
yeah, okay. Yeah.
because I was
Again.
dead, and brought me back. I'm like,
He spends
Guys,
more time in there than he does
you
out.
came in too early. I promised you there would have been enough left over for you to steal after we finished. I mean, if I'm going to tell you when we're doing the heists and where, okay, you guys can't rush it and come in too soon, okay? We had to come in, we had to take the things that we needed, then you guys were supposed to come in after and take what was left over. You're the ones who messed up. And now we got all this heat on our back. What's the point of all of this? Do you want to continue getting this information from me? Do you want to continue being able to benefit off the backs of what we're doing? I mean, you've enriched your pockets immensely from what we've done. You came in way too early.
Is Tamer selling out the rest of the crew?
Absolutely not.
Oh,
Absolutely not. That's not what this is.
okay.
Absolutely not. No, I'm reducing heat.
Okay.
By playing into a kind of flashback moment.
Okay.
I'm using mechanics of the game in an incorrect manner
No, I'm just... I'm
to tell a story.
No, it's fantastic. I mean, I'm lost, but I'm going to go with it.
As is the rest of our viewers.
Let's just roll. Let's just roll and
Crazy
see
enough
how
it
you
might
do.
work.
All right. Let me reduce the coin.
I'm so confused whether that's real or not now.
I
But like,
To reduce the heat, we had 2 coin left over, so you don't have to take it out of your own pile. We'll just take out the.
Yeah, you do have 2 floating around. We said, didn't we? Which
Yeah.
Okay, so then
technically we probably shouldn't have, but we're going to keep them because, you know, we're
have
vicious gangsters.
It's
and,
IMT rules. IMT
I am
rules.
not going up against the high cards because
especially when they smuggle tea bags into your coffee. It's very different.
yeah, I've seen what they can do. I've seen what they can do, and I'm not messing with them. Okay, so I'm going to reduce 2 heat, or somebody can
Okay,
reduce 2
well.
heat from the crew for that. Yeah.
Done.
Excellent. And that have you completed? Have you done? Is there anything else you would like to do?
I think
Tamer?
both my boxes are checked off, and so I am done
Excellent.
damaging myself and the party.
Okay. Ange,
Yes.
it's your go.
Yes.
Aggie is going to recover, yes?
I am. Yes.
Okay, so you have a healer that is relatively competent. So you can
My healing clock has nothing in it. Is that right?
at the moment, yes.
Okay.
Because we are about to do something about that now.
Okay.
So I would like you to click on the little dice icon next to your recover on the downtime window, if you wouldn't mind, and see what we get. So that is going to fill in 2 segments on that healing clock. You can spend a coin to make it 3 segments, if you so desired.
Ja. I think that was an
Whatever, you gotta
extreme
mix it.
There you go.
success.
You got a
So you
5.
got basically you got two squares, 2 segments filled in, and another 2. So that's 4, right?
Yeah.
So that reduces that injury to a minus a level 1 harm now.
Do I change that on the thing? Oh.
Yeah, on your character sheet. Yeah. And we clear that clock. There we go.
Okay, done.
Well, everything. You know that? I think the universe is in equilibrium now. I think we're okay.
No, she needs to indulge a vice yet.
Oh, she does. But in regards to the whole healing thing, I think we're at rest. Yeah, we're in a Zen state. You can indulge your vice though, Ange.
I'll indulge my vice.
Go ahead and indulge that bad boy.
So what is your vibe?
Oh my
One
god!
stress. One stress.
You didn't-
Hang on, why do you want to -1 dice? How
Because you
you
take the lowest. You take the lowest. It takes the lowest ability and rolls that. And
You
if
might
you've got
want to
1
spend
dice,
a coin there, Ange.
you might want.
You seem quite stressed about that roll.
Do you want to spend a coin?
I want to roll that again. That was rubbish.
You got to spend a coin to roll again.
Right. I'm
Yeah.
spending a coin.
Okay,
Okay.
we're gonna indulge our vice once again.
I've unticked it for you, so you should be able to roll it.
Well, this is just
Clear 2 stress.
flipping it.
All right, you
Roll.
got
Can she
3
spend again?
I mean, I think what's awesome here, right, is you can spend again and do it again,
Okay.
but you're now getting into the realms
Oh,
of
if you get a 6.
could potentially overindulge, which would be fantastic.
Oh, you
Does
know
that-
what? I'm not happy with this 5. I'm going to roll again. I'm going to spend a coin.
Oh my
for you.
god.
Oh
here
my
we go.
god, she's spending a... If she gets a 6 now, I'm dead.
He's bound to get a 6 now, right?
Oh my
You're
God.
gonna have to cover your camera again.
Just...
Nothing could go wrong.
She can't actually get a 6, because, I mean, she'd have to get a double 6.
Oh, go for the other one. The other one was better.
I mean, if you had got a 4, it would have devolved into 1 anyway, so that's it. Do you want to spend another coin?
Oh,
No.
God.
No.
Yeah,
Jeez. Wow.
yeah. I mean,
Play
she-
blackjack.
gradually reducing your character stress, but it's costing you your own.
Yes. Wow.
I mean, you're getting there.
Well, feckin' hell. I mean, where do we go with that? Anyway, well done, Aggie.
It was an astounding success.
I mean, a success, I guess, is what it was. And I think that concludes our downtime activities, does it not?
No.
Well, we have the crew. What? Tell me, what have I done? What?
I get 2 stash at the end of downtime.
Oh, do that then. Do
So-
that, my friend. Yes.
Do we... Is it
How do-
only in downtime we can send money to stash?
Yes.
So I can... So can
No,
I just...
no, why not?
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
Does it?
so can
I'd
I
like
put...
to move too.
I'd like to move 1. So I've now got 3 in my stash.
Okay. Go ahead.
Then I'm done with downtime. Downtime.
You know what? I think we're all done with downtime.
Yeah, maybe we need a break.
Right. I just wanted to I want to send everybody back in time a little bit. To not long after Aggie has left Templeton and Sons, the auctioneers. And we have this scene. I think. Well, actually, we're going to play that. It's like the whole scene is playing out in slow motion. And Tomer, as you're kind of standing there, you see this man raise the gun and point it at your face as you flip this table up, and all its contents kind of spill out all across the floor. And you see the flash, and then your vision just blurs, and you find yourself collapsing to the floor. You see Aggie, who seems to be foaming at the mouth, and she's trying to, almost tearing at these bars of the doorway, before she kind of turns around, and you kind of see her almost like suddenly, as if she just realizes where she is. And then she kind of runs towards you and then past you. You can feel something tugging at the sleeve of your jacket, and you look across and you can see Kalev is there, trying to drag you out of the scene. And then the next thing you know, there's a bunch of blue coats that come rushing into the room, and this is all happening in slow motion. Your vision is swimming, and you kind of watch them keel over as they run into this gas cloud that's kind of hanging around, followed by a few more guys who seem to be taking it a little more easily as they come running in. And you recognize one of them, and he kind of leans down towards you, and you hear him say, "For fuck's sake, what happened? What are you doing?" And you recognize the voice, but you can't quite come to your senses enough to realize who it is. And then somebody is dragging you across the floor, and you can hear some shouts and people yelling. And you kind of look across as you're being hauled through the now open doorway where the grating was, towards the front door of the establishment, and you can see there are two people standing there, looking at that. Well, there's actually three people standing there. Two of them look very respectably dressed, and if Aggie were here, she would recognize one of them as immediately as the guy that had originally showed her the doll when she came visiting the auctioneers. And then there are two other people. One you recognize immediately as this very tall man with big black mutton chops. And he's got a big grin on his face as he sees you being hauled out. And it takes a second as everything is kind of fuzzing around in your head. But you recognize him, and you know that this man is a problem. His arm is in a sling, strangely enough. But he seems quite pleased as he's watching you slowly as you're kind of dragged out by this blue coat. And there's somebody else with him. Looks like a young girl, quite small, very pale-faced. She's looking impassively at you. She has very these kind of cold grey eyes, wearing this dark clothing as you kind of dragged out of the building and thrown into the back of a carriage. And then everything kind of... Yeah, carry on. Yeah, please.
I'll get myself into further trouble as I'm being dragged out by this unknown person, because there's only one name that can come to mind, and I know it's wrong, and we'll only get more people in trouble. And as he's dragging me, I'll go, Casta, is that you? Oh, thanks, man. Thanks for coming to save me.
Anyway, you're thrown into the back of the carriage. And as the door kind of closes, you just hear this voice say, "Aces is gonna fucking kill you, man." And then the door is shut. Anyway, that's what happened at the end of the last score. What are you guys going to be doing now? You're at war with another faction, and Tomer, you are going to just rock up, I guess, back in the lair of your crew. You've You've been consorting with the Bluecoats again, haven't you?
I can't think of any other explanation, but it did reduce 2 heat.
It did
Well, we
reduce.
don't know he's been with the blue coat, so do we?
No,
No.
potentially not.
No, so we can't say anything.
Potentially not. But the last you saw of Tamara, of course, was it looked like he'd been shot in the head. So it's a bit of a surprise when he just.
Well,
rocks
as
up
he
into
walks
the...
in, obviously we could be all sat down. The healer's there. We're patching up. We're doing all the rest of it. It was, well, that went well.
You got your doll.
Yes, I did. I appreciate that. And then
Can I have my doll back?
I don't know what you mean.
You've never seen
Tamara, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be dead.
I got better.
Hmm.
Am I? Was that the plan?
No, I thought.
Get Tomer killed? Make
Yeah,
off
you
with the
got
big
shot.
heist?
I
Leave
saw you
me
get
there?
shot.
Is that
I
why
tried to
I
get you,
got to
but
this
my
gang? Is
mind
that
was
why
blurred.
You were foaming. I saw you foaming at the mouth.
And I got us all out. Well,
What
all of
the
us
heck?
apart
You
from
did
you.
get us all out.
You were
Means
left
everybody
behind.
who's
You were.
important.
I'm not going to carry out a dead person.
Well, how did I get dead?
You were shot in the face
And how did I get shot in the face?
by.
Supporting a heist where you could get back a doll. Is that what my life is worth? A doll?
There was lots of things in that auction house for everybody, and everybody got something. I bet you got something.
Yeah, I got shot in the face.
You got better.
Anyways, do
How
think
did you
we can,
survive that?
We can think of better things to do with our time. I mean, I joined this gang. I thought we were getting into gambling, something respectable,
We are,
something
but
not
we
dangerous.
we just had a spare night, and I just wanted. The doll was there, so we went to get it, and it went wrong. And it's not our fault. It went wrong.
No, there was.
No,
You
but
didn't. You never said there was going to be that many people there.
There wasn't supposed to be that many people there. There wasn't supposed to be that many guards there.
Something went wrong. Like majorly wrong. It shouldn't have gone down like that.
I'm suspecting that somebody might have sabotaged it. Bang.
What?
Your friends, the Growlers. I've heard on the street that they're a bit angry with us. Aces.
Well, yes. They are very, very angry at me. Ergo, you too. I try to fix things. I can make things, I can fix things. And so I tried to help them, and he, Chains wasn't exactly forthcoming, and they tried to kidnap me, so I ran away, and may have dropped some things along the way.
I
Right.
don't know. If we're going to be able to focus on the business of becoming respectable people, we're going to have to take out these growlers. We're going to have to knock them down a peg. We're going to have to teach them that they don't mess with the Bravos. I mean, all for one and one for all, right?
I mean, I'm all for that. Just how are you going to do that?
With
Actually,
Kill him.
violence.
Kill him.
I'm happy with the way this conversation is going, so I'm good.
No, that's fine. It's just that now you've mentioned it and your head's a lot clearer. The person, one of the people that you saw as you were being dragged out of the auctioneers was Chains. He was the one that was smiling at you with the arm in the sling.
Is that The one that.
He's the leader of the Growlers.
That's the one I stabbed twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I thought he was the one you're destined to marry. Okay, well that's not good.
I mean, there's that as well.
well.
Maybe.
Marry, kill, love,
Yeah.
hate. It's very
Yeah.
close.
This
I
is
am,
Dustfall. Courtship rituals are very, very complicated.
I did accept the devil's bargain to be infatuated
You
with
did,
him or
but-
obsessed with him or
Yes.
something.
Yeah.
So
But that,
Oh
Yeah.
my.
yeah.
yeah.
Man, so I'll just go out. Chains was there as I was being dragged out. He was laughing at us. Like he just sauntered in after everything,
Like
looked
he
down
knew?
as if he just was enjoying the machinations of his orchestra. It was, I don't know if that's a term. Let's just say he was enjoying the scene that was unfolding. Now, I know you know, if you like the guy, that's fine. I think if we take out the entire gang, then he won't have anything to occupy his time. Then you could move in.
What, move in with him? Why is she moving in? Are you moving in with him?
Not move in, move
Wait,
in
what?
to do whatever she needs
Yeah?
to do with Chains.
Wait, what?
Are you married?
What? Chains. If we get rid of Chains' gang,
Yeah.
you can become his ball and chains.
Do you love this chain?
No, I just
Well, then why do you keep stabbing him?
I want us to be friends, and the stabbing it helps. Like the last time I saw him, I stabbed him with some helpful, nice, calm, boozy drugs, which everybody loves. Who doesn't love that? And I know meant to make friends with him, and we seem to really get along really well. And then his little friends took me away.
Your guy that you keep stabbing because you love ruined that heist for us.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to
I'm
stab.
sure it's
You're
not
gonna
for him
have to
direct.
stab him with something that's gonna stop him from doing it forever.
I'm sure we can figure something out.
I think in this case, you don't have to cut off the head of the snake. You have to cut the body from the head and let the head survive. I'm still a little
What?
woozy in the head.
Wise words.
We all are. Okay, all I'm going from this is that we've got to stab the growlers and get rid of them. So can we go and do
You
some
need to
stabbing?
convince them to not be at war.
Aces, what
How are you gonna
territory does the
convince-
Growlers have? Maybe we could just take over their territory.
I mean, that's a good point.
We did knock
you
them
don't
down a peg.
necessarily, you don't necessarily know what territory they have. There's
If it's adjacent, if there's an opportunity here to exploit this relationship that Bang has with Chains. Could
When
be
you
a
say
whole lot less
relationship-
dangerous. Yes.
The relationship is a bit strange. I don't think he quite likes Bang in the same way that she seems to like him.
It's obvious she's in stab with him, and therefore he must also be in stab with her.
So much so that he gets the blue coats on us on a heist that could have got us all arrested.
Yes, well, clearly he didn't like me blowing up to get to leave. Leave from the captivity.
What?
So
You blew him up. So you stabbed him and blown him up.
no, I didn't blow him up. I blew away out of their little base or wherever the hell they were holding me, because they didn't want me to go away. He didn't want me to leave, but I didn't like the people who were holding me, so I had to leave. Obviously.
I don't think he didn't want you to leave because he loves you and wants you to stay there and he can't live without you. I think he wanted
I
you
never-
to
I
stay
never
there
said
so he could
that.
kill you or
I
torture
never said
you.
he loves me, but I mean, he keeps turning up, so just saying.
Probably because you keep stabbing him. He's trying to get his revenge.
I mean, well, if he doesn't like me keep stabbing him every time he turns up, then why does he keep turning up? So then I can stab him again.
When you're all quite finished, and AC turns around
He's got a proper voice on.
with this bandage across his shoulder, still oozing with blood.
You should have somebody take a look at that.
I know a really good veterinarian.
No, thank you, Toma. When you're all quite finished, we have some work to do.
Wait, no, I'm not. Kelev knows a really good doctor.
Amusing.
How does he know?
Now, as you have stated, we're at war. We have a rival gang knocking on our door. The people who are under our control think that they may wipe us out. Now, seeing as you did such a good job at our last plan, might I suggest, for the time being, we focus on making sure our people are in line, whilst in the meantime, I will come up with a plan for how we're going to end this war in a way that doesn't end with our lives. Unless anyone's got a problem with that, I'm about sick of our group taking the hit after hit and being thrown in the trash. We're supposed to be on top of this goddamn town, and yet I feel we're at the bottom still.
Which people are thinking that we're... Which people do we need to sort out? Like...
Growlers.
No, he said there was people that are thinking that we're not good.
The
people below
ones
us.
who
I
owe
thought-
us the debt, and he points to this slip of list that's on one of the posts with a dagger through it.
Oh, there are.
Oh,
We
we're
have
collecting
people
debt
across this
now.
city who owe us money. And might I point out that going to a war with another gang will cost a lot of money.
I mean, we don't have to go to war. We can make peace.
Either way, it is costly. And I will not stand for people who are supposed to be under our control still outstanding with debts and now talking about the fact that we might not be a problem for longer. Let's remind them that we are a stubborn problem that won't easily be removed.
So you want us to fuck shit up?
I want us to get this town under control.
Aces, perhaps if we make an example of one of the people who owes us less, and by making an example of him, he will not be in any position to pay us back, but it might send a signal to the others who owe us more, that if we are willing to do what we did to somebody who owe us less, then it might be to their advantage to pay us.
Aces will walk over to the list
Yep.
and find the name that owes us the least amount of money that's on this list.
Ooh, okie dokie.
How many are on the list?
I don't know, how many are on the list? You tell me.
I'd probably say there's maybe 24 names at tops.
2 dozen.
24.
And when he does that, I'm going to remove a bullet from my long rifle.
Okay.
And I will look at the name on the list, and I will start taking a little knife and scratching the person's initial in that bullet.
Okay. So the first name we have, Alistair Hitchcock.
Okay. A-H. That'll be easy to
A-H.
carve.
Yep. Onto the old bullet there.
Right. Alistair Hitchcock. Get yourselves ready, we leave in 1 minute. We're gonna find this fool, and as Thomas suggests, we're gonna make an example of him.
Are we gonna do it? Or do we
Now.
want the guys?
We
How
are
do we
doing
make
it.
sure
This is
people
not going to
know?
go wrong.
How will people know that we did it without bringing the heat upon us? We have to make sure that we send the message to the right people, but not everybody. So there's got to be a way for
Well,
us.
let's find him, and then we can decide once we have him. And Aces will walk off to the little office room
Okay.
and
Wait.
slam the door. And get ready.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
So, I'm just gonna send someone. I was like, so we're gonna go shoot someone, or just rough them up? Do we need?
I think we
Oscar
need to scare
serious?
people very badly. I think just roughing up might not.
Okay.
The only trouble is with dead people is they don't pay their debts.
Yeah, and they don't tell people who did it either.
Who did what?
Who fucked him up? Like who's like who did this? I don't know he's
Wait.
dead.
We're just collecting
we're
the
gonna-
debt. We
we're gonna
don't care
sign
who
his
did
money.
what to him.
No,
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to make an example of him.
The lowest debt. So we can
Wait.
afford to lose it because if it's an example,
Oh,
it's an
okay.
example.
So, right, okay. So, yeah, cut off his head and throw the body in the canal, that kind of
yeah.
thing.
Like if we lose the debt, it's the lowest one, but it'll set the example. That's what Aces is literally thinking right now.
Okay, right. Yeah, I
he's
see.
not
I see
happy.
the logic. I see the logic. Yes.
It's all Thomas' idea, to be fair.
He's got a taste for it. Okay.
I'm just doing everything to deflect from anything, Tomer. It's like, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go after them. That's a
I
good
see.
idea. Let's go after him.
All right. Okay, so now you guys are all based in Char Hollow, I believe,
Yes.
which is over this way. And I need to remember how to do things in Multiverse because it's been a week or two.
Two?
It's, and I've forgotten how to do everything. Okay, so yeah, Char Hollow's kind of to the west. There you go. Look at that. How come you know how to do stuff that I don't know how to do? That's cool. So you guys are based in this area in Char Hollow. You have a lair hidden away here somewhere.
Yeah.
We said it was in
and
the
this-
knackers.
In the knackers, yeah. You're in the knackers, all right.
We're in the
It's
knackers.
Pissing Lane, I think it was.
I think it was.
Pissing Lane in the knackers. So,
Because we are.
because that makes perfect sense. This Alistair Hitchcock, he runs a bakery here in Char Hollow. He's a working fellow. He is a working fellow, but he has borrowed money from you. He's borrowed money from you a while ago. Maybe his business wasn't doing so well, and he's needed to. He turned to you in desperation to kind of keep this business afloat, and you, being the noble folk that you are, have lent him money, but his business is still struggling, and he has not yet managed to pay this back. So yeah, I guess it's a small amount of money, but you got to set an example, right?
Just don't tell us about his wife and his children and family and grandchildren.
I
We don't
mean,
wanna know anything.
No, I mean that would require gather information roll or something, and we're not going to go for that.
No. The more information we know, the worse we feel.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's only the players that feel bad. The characters are fine with it.
Oh yeah, they're completely fine with it.
Maybe we only kill him a little bit.
I mean,
So-
I'm not like, even like, I'm not gonna. Bang isn't agreeing that we kill him. It's just like, we want to
Yeah,
mess
and there is
him
a
up.
problem with the ravens and stuff, and but
Exactly. It's a little bit close to home.
so then that begs the question: does it make more sense that he talk about the beating he got and people see, and that is, or do we just like I'm still grasping for how to get it out that we did this so that everybody who owes us money finds out about it and knows without us getting in so much trouble.
Yeah.
And so maybe beating him up is the answer.
Well, I guess that's open to interpretation.
Yeah.
How you
really.
guys want to deal with that, or how Aces might want to deal with it.
Ace is taking the jar, don't they?
The baker's dozen is unlucky number 13, is that correct?
Yes.
Haunting us.
Okay. You know this. You know where this guy is. You know his shop.
Yeah.
It's a little bit run down. If it's going to make it easier for you guys, I'll make him a bad person.
No. No, I don't want you to make him a bad person. Because it's more of a message if he's a good person.
The
Yeah,
thing is,
I mean-
it generally could be somebody that we actually know, because we're in this side.
Yeah.
Look, we lent him money for profit. So, logically speaking, we were in this so that we could make some dough. He's a baker. He
He's got
works
lots of-
with dough.
Yeah, but-
Maybe instead of killing him, we take ownership of his shop. And then we continually earn revenue from this.
It's at this point that Aces kicks open the door from his office, walking out in his suit, carrying
Yeah.
a petrol can. Time to go. And he's
No,
just walking
we're
out of
supposed to
there
be-
like he's not even. He's
Oh my
walking out.
God.
Is this why you got in touch with the fucking pyro?
How do you know? He's walking out. And as he turns
Yeah.
to the others as he walks
It's a
past,
tradesman.
are you coming or not?
I guess we're not going into the baking business.
Yeah.
This is going to be too much, Aces.
Don't I get to stab?
Yes.
So we're going to send a message to people. If you don't pay us back, we are going to take away your ability to pay us back.
And Bang,
that be a
before you
lesson.
think of anything else to say to try and stop this, just remember, I'm pretty almost certain that this war we're facing has a great deal to do with your handiwork. Now you either follow us in line, or you best be gone when I get back.
Who was that to?
That was to Bang.
Oh.
And what I'll do to stop the tension, I'm gonna pass Bang a book of matches. Just come. It'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, I will follow, but it's literally going to be like, this has nothing to do with the war.
Yeah.
We need,
I will take
like any
ownership
good
of
government,
the
we
war.
need to finance the war. We have to finance the war. People owe us money.
Well, then we can try and collect. We've even tried to collect, or are we just going straight to like making a big announcement that we are here, we want money?
Don't you? It will cost too much money to actually make the effort to go and collect from everybody. Here we take a little bit of a loss, but we'll reap the rewards in not having to go chase people for money. In which case, we'll save money and then get the money that they owe us.
Yeah, but I mean, I was all for this, but I mean, you're going after AH, and I can't remember his first name.
Alistair.
Alistair. You're going after Alistair. He's just a tradesman. He's a bakery. He's trying to do what he can.
He's a debt and a debt that is refusing to pay. That list has been up there for almost a week now, and no one in this gang has even started to knock off any of the names. We're taking
Sorry, I
action.
literally only got like hours ago.
Yeah, Oscar kind of chirps up. I could just go and break his legs for you, boss.
Yeah, Oscar and Sirius can go out and just like fuck everybody
As
up.
Well, there's a problem with Sirius.
As Thomas suggested,
Why?
and I agree, a message needs to be sent. If we take out the bottom, the top will fall. If you do not like this idea, Bang, you are welcome to sit here and wait, and I'll deal with you when I get back. But I'm going to go and send a message, a very strong message, to the turf that we're supposed to control, that we do not take any debt lightly.
We've only just taken this turf.
And I intend to keep it. Now, are you in or are you out?
She's in. She's in. We are all in. This is, it's an important message to people know that we are benevolent dictators. We must do this.
Good. Aggie, get your sharp knives. We're going.
Okay, boss.
And Aces just walks out the front door.
I think for this one, I'm going to choose heavy because I really want to be noticed.
Well, it depends.
We all want to be noticed.
I
Yes.
don't think this is going to be a score.
Oh, no.
No.
I don't
Well-
think this is going to be a score. I don't think it warrants that. No, certainly not. At least not yet. So you're going to take a little trip across the district
To the bakery.
to the bakery. It's in Char Hollow is quite a rundown area, and this guy is obviously he's set up shop here. It's not. I mean, by the looks of it, it looks in a bad state of repair. He's not obviously doing very well with his business.
You mean he's not rolling in dough?
He's not rolling in dough. Well,
Oh,
I
God,
see what you
right.
did
Dad joke. Leave the room.
he is. Yeah.
Aces is when he gets there, he's just going to walk straight in and he's going to place the petrol can on the counter of the shop.
Okay. Alistair, he kind of looks up from whatever he's doing as you enter and you place this petrol can on there, and he's Aces. I was just on my way. I've had a bit of difficulty raising the money. I know I owe you, and I fully intend to pay you back, but I just don't.
I'm going to take the gas can that he put on the counter and I'm going to start pouring it like all over. Sorry, Aces. That's just...
Okay.
And he's talking. I'm just going to go...
Now,
I'm one of the
despite my intentions here, Alistair, my associate here, Bang, has convinced me to give you one chance. You have 1 hour. And if the debt is not paid in my hand, where I will wait right here, I will be taking out your insurance claim.
An hour? I can't get that kind of money in an hour.
Oh, look at that. 59 minutes.
But I mean, where can I get that kind of money from? Where can I get that kind of money from?
I don't know. But I bet you might want to search somewhere other than where you're stood. Let's see how much you can gather.
Okay.
Aggie, make sure he doesn't run.
Run? I'm not gonna run. I'm not gonna run. What are you
58.
What are you talking about? I'm I'll. He looks across at his assistant. Do you just take care of things here? I need to go. I'm not running. I gotta get the money. I've got to get the money. You understand?
Yes, go. And I just nod to Aggie as like, follow him.
I do. I follow him.
Okay.
And Aces is going to make a nice chair on a loaf of bread that's sat there.
As I'm walking around the place and splashing like petrol from the jerry can, I'm going to tell his assistant, go. Just go. Don't come back.
I can't. He told me to stay. I've got to look after the shop. I mean,
Okay, stay. And I'm going to play with my lighter.
he takes his apron off, lays it gently on the counter,
Smooths it out.
and you're not going to hurt him, are you?
People who owe the Bravos money have to pay their debts one way or another. And if we have to claim insurance on this, we will. You can let anybody you know who knows anybody who owes money to the Bravos that we always collect on our debts.
And he disappears sharpish out of the shop. Are you just going to wait around for an hour? Or just
Yep.
under an hour? 58
Well,
minutes?
58 more minutes.
Yeah.
Apparently, yeah.
They can eat all the cakes.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna make a fortune roll right now.
I think we should be able to relieve stress from eating all these cakes and candies, teas and
Yeah.
coffees together.
I'm not there to eat any.
Oh,
Oh,
So-
you're following
Yeah,
him.
you're following him around.
We'll save you some.
Yeah, so he's frantically going around to people, knocking on doors. You assume they must be friends or acquaintances of his, asking for money. He goes into he goes into a pub nearby, and just because I like the name of it, we're going to call it the Black Dog. He goes into this pub, and you can hear him frantically going amongst these people in the pub. Asking them to lend him this money. And it doesn't seem like he's having much luck. Until you hear a deep voice across the room say, "I'll cover that debt." How much do you need? The man wanders over to a darkened corner of the pub. And you can see him engaging in conversation. You can't quite make out in the shadow that's kind of fallen across this fella. You can't quite make out who he is. But they're kind of deep in conversation, Aggie.
I just walk up to them.
Okay.
I've got to keep him inside.
Yeah, I mean, hell, he's definitely in sight.
Just walk up
I
to the
walk
side
up
of the
to-
table, just like, "Hello."
How are you getting on then? And I'll take a look at the other chap.
And yeah, and he looks up at you. Your debt, I think. Oh, he owes money to you, does he?
And you are?
Bear with me 1 second.
Does he have mutton chops?
Yes, he does.
Oh, shit. Is his arm in a sling?
He is. He does. He has got an arm in a sling.
Oh, shit. No.
How much does he owe you?
He owes you
10 coin.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. You tell him how much. I mean, you're just telling him he owes this
Yeah.
much.
It's a debt he owes. We collect. He's got about 45 minutes now to get this money.
Don't worry, my friend. Your problems are over. He stands up. He reaches into a pouch. He draws out some money. He looks at you, Aggie. Do you want me to hand it straight to you? Or does it have to come from him?
Give it to him and I'll escort him back to where he needs to be.
He hands the guy the money. And he's, oh, thank you so much. Thank you. I'll pay you back as soon as I can, honest. Don't you worry about that, he says. I'll have that money back soon enough.
I reach around and tap him on the arm and go on his stabbed arm. You think so, do you? And just walk away.
You step out of the pub with this.
What was his name again?
Who, Chains?
Oh,
Or...
yeah. See you around, Chains. Or Bang will.
Oh, don't you worry about that. I got my eye on you.
Bang's got her eye on you.
He smiles. Well, enjoy the money for now.
Plenty more of that coming. Or something like that.
Yeah.
But those words came out a bit backwards.
Yeah. And the same to you.
Yeah, back at ya.
Yeah, so you leave the pub into the evening. The fog swirling around the pair of you as you exit. You make your way back to the bakery. And as you, the baker, he kind of enters first. I got the money, all right?
Now, this certainly is a change of tune.
No, I wouldn't be quite so happy, Aces. He was lent the money. And I look over at Bang.
Well, where am I going to get the money from?
Oh, a generous benefactor. How very fortunate for you.
It was not for us. And I take Ace to one side.
Yeah.
Severe shot.
Who was it?
Chains.
I see.
He thinks he's going to get it back, and he's a bit pissed off.
Go see if you can catch his trail, find out where he's going.
If only you had somebody that was specifically trained in that kind of behavior.
Oh yeah, that's better. And I kind of collar Toma over.
Yeah.
Aggie, what was the name of the pub?
Black cat.
Dog.
Toma, as quickly as you can, head over to the Black Dog. Our friend Chains has just bailed this gentleman out. Track him, find out where he's going.
Okay. Yes, boss. As soon as my business here is done, and with that, I strike a match, and I throw it on some of the things that I lit, and I head out. Better collect that money fast. I'm sure we'll be collecting other money much quicker now. And
I will chase
I
after
am
it.
chaos walking at this point.
I will
my
go.
God.
Boss, do you want me to go with Toma?
Yes. go
Well, do
with-
you want to get out of the
Stay where you
bakery that's kind of on fire right now?
I grabbed
Yeah.
some cakes on the way out.
Yeah.
And you hear this guy goes, "Oh!"
Yeah, and
As
I just
flames
walk.
start
I just
licking him.
walk out with the money.
Okay. Ooh,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
Well,
That's how you end a
Okay.
scene. Boom.
Where's Bang in all of this? Is Bang in the shop still? Get out of the
Yeah.
shop.
no, yeah,
Oh,
should
we
have.
forgot
I would
to-
have
How
gone
does
out.
Bang
The
feel
shop is
about
on
this?
fire.
Yeah.
Can Aces do one last thing as he leaves the shop?
What would you like to do?
As he shuts the door with everyone out apart from this baker owner, he's gonna
Are you
wrench.
leaving him in there?
Oh yeah, and he's gonna wrench the handle off the door.
Wow.
Okay.
What are you doing? He paid.
He cheated.
How is that cheating? He paid. It doesn't matter where he got the money from. He paid.
It does
Can we
matter
go
where he got the
after
money
like
from.
somebody who owes us money who owns a fireworks shop next?
Yeah, that was
At
spectacular.
least so we can go to say there's nothing to see here. There's nothing to see here.
Your friend Chains paid his debt, Bang. What do you
Well,
think
how
that
is that his
says?
fault?
It's not his fault. Unfortunately, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time.
So now you're saying even if they pay debts, they're going to die.
He wasn't
That is
meant
not
to
the
pay the
message you wanted to
debt.
send.
Do you
Well,
think
he
I
has
want
paid the
people
debt.
clearing their debts? If they clear their debts, how am I supposed to get anything out of them? How am I supposed to get interest? How am I supposed to have favors? I was expecting him to come back with a bit of the money, not all of it.
Well, what are you going to do now? You've sent the wrong message. If you keep him trapped in there,
It's too late now. The door's jammed.
well, there's windows. We can smash the windows.
No, we're
Get him
leaving
out.
the area, and he will die in a fire that was classed as an accident that we had nothing to do with.
But now you've given Chains the perfect opportunity to spread rumors and spread lies
If
about
I had
us. You
left him
wanted to do differently.
alive, I would have given Chains the perfect opportunity to show that he can run this area better than us, and that would have taken the hearts of the people. I had no choice. Even Toma knew that. The fact that Chains paid his debt was a massive insult to us. I couldn't allow him to live. He would have told everyone. I didn't want to kill him, but I had no choice thanks to your friend that you have failed to kill twice now, might I add.
Well, I've never actually intended to kill him, so it's not
Well,
failed, is
this
it?
time you better. Let's go back to the hideout and wait for Aggie and Toma to come back. Hopefully, they will have tracked down your friend, and we will pay him a visit and make an end to this so we don't have to set an example as extreme as we have. Do not
Yes,
think
but
I am
it's not-
happy with this situation any more than you.
You've just made the situation worse.
I have dealt with this wound that we have been inflicted with. If you cannot see that, then you are not worthy to be a leader of this gang.
You've just killed someone that paid the debt,
I've killed
and now
someone.
you've given Chains the perfect opportunity to tell everyone.
I have
that even
given
if you pay
a
your debt,
lesser of the two opportunities. If that man had survived and told all of this city about how Chains paid his debt so easily, that would be far worse than what Chains will get out of a dead man in a bakery accident. I suggest you really think about your next words here, Bang. I have tolerated you up until now. But if you cannot see the direction that we have had no choice but to go in, then I am going to seriously question your authority in this gang.
what authority? You're telling me I'm wrong.
You are a leader. There are members of this gang who look to you for direction, And whilst I will tolerate your arguments in privacy, I want a uniformed front.
That's
Now.
fine, but they are not here, so I can voice my opinion.
And which is why I've tolerated it. But what has done had to be done. What other alternative did I have? If I had let him live, he would have told everyone how Chains is a better person, and everyone would have flocked to Chains with our debt. And then what? We would have no debts, we would have no loyalty, we would have no territory.
Your loyalty may be at question if we are killing the people that you want loyalty from.
He died in an accident. It's as far as anyone needs to know. Now let's get out of here before the bells start ringing.
Okay.
And as you're about to leave the scene, I imagine that Bang is hanging back slightly.
Yeah. I'm
And
still
it's a
debating
cold
throwing a
night.
rock through the window.
Yeah, yeah. Which you can do. You certainly can do that, if you wish.
Of course, throwing rocks at windows is an evil thing to do, so it fits with the thing.
Arsony and demolition.
Yes, exactly.
And as you kind of
destruction of property.
you watch Aces walk away into the fog. It is a chill night, but something else. You feel goosebumps rising on your arms and the back of your neck. As if a cold wind has just blown across you. And the mist swirls about you, and you're not sure. But for a moment, you kind of feel that maybe there was a figure there, but it's gone now.
Yeah. So I think, to be fair, on like experiencing that and viewing that, I think Bang will probably just end up going into just into her own mind.
Yeah.
Just lost in thought, because like the way I imagine that being is, it would remind her of being in the sensory deprivation cupboard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So they'll be remembering a lot of what happened in there, and a lot of the stuff that came with it. So
Ooh.
I have no
Yeah.
Bang will start walking. Don't know where we're gonna end up, because we're literally gonna be lost
Oh God.
in. No, I mean, literally, I'm not gonna go random into some random store. It's literally just
Yeah,
walking the streets, lost in thought, lost in remembering,
Okay.
and remembering all the crap that came with the, the OD.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Okay.
Finds herself near Chains's house.
Tomer and Aggie have gone ahead, and Kalev, of course. Aggie leads Tomer directly back to the Black Dog pub, and you can see the entrance of it, and the light kind of spilling out from it. The revelry, the merriment from inside, carrying out into the street, into the mist and the fog.
We need to find out whether he's still in there. But if we go back in and he sees us, he knows we're following him.
I don't think he'll care very much at this point. I mean, what he did right in front of you. It was purposeful.
Can we see through the window?
There are windows you can have a look through, yeah?
Can we see him in there?
I mean, you knew where he was sitting.
Mm-hmm.
I went to that. I'll have a look, see if I see him.
Yeah. So you can probably make out his silhouette, or the shape of him, at least the lower half of him. He's still sitting in that same place. He's not moved since you left. There are a couple of other people perhaps with him.
Still there. We'll just wait until he leaves.
Yeah, I'd love to know where their hideout is. Failing
have to-
that, where he himself lives would be good enough for now.
Or we wait. Step back into the shadows.
Okay. You wait. I mean, it's not long, perhaps another 30 minutes or so, before he eventually appears in the doorway. He looks very pleased with himself as he leaves the building. And what at this point, I mean, was Aces and that following up, or were you going elsewhere?
The plan was we were going to go back to the headquarters to wait.
You were going back to HQ. Okay,
Yeah.
so you head back there. And how about Bang? You say you're just wandering the streets.
Yeah, I mean the intention would have been the same as Ace's, but like I say, lost in the thought, lost in the memories. So I'm just wandering the streets right now.
Okay, cool. So it is just Aggie and Tamer and Kalev
So,
when he
Aggie,
appears.
Aces has this reputation for burning down bars and pubs. Maybe we get his attention on this one. If this one is related to Chains' gang, maybe we have to tell Aces to make a little example of this pub as well.
Maybe, yes. Just
I mean,
involved.
he's
Do we
burned
get to
that
stab
one
them?
pub down like 3 times already.
Well, it seems like you're the one that likes to light things at the moment.
I think the message was more important than the action.
Right, well,
Sometimes you have to create a little heat to take a little heat off of things.
okay, then we'll follow him and come back and we'll torch it.
Let's get Aces's go ahead first. Make sure it doesn't interrupt any plans that he has. We should get some information. If this pub belongs to Chains, then definitely yes. I mean, he's operating out of here clearly. He spent enough
then
time here.
maybe we can send somebody in undercover to listen to what they're planning.
Not a bad idea. Anyways, let's follow him. Let's see where he goes.
We don't get to stab him today, then.
It's entirely up to you.
If Bang was here, maybe, but she's not, so we'll just follow for now.
He leaves the pub. He makes his way up the street. And I'm interested to see whether or not he has any idea that he is being followed.
Oh my god, we're going to do a roll.
So I think I think what's here, I mean, the fact is, yeah, we need to find out whether or not he knows he's being followed, whether that's going to change what he does or have any bearing or effect on what's happening or what he does
Right.
next. So, now, how do you want to go about this? You're just...
We're going to use prowl, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking hunt, but that's not.
No, I
Prowl
mean,
is a better description.
remember, with
of what
blades,
this is.
We can use anything.
with blades, you can use any ability as long as you, it fits with your description of what you're doing to follow him.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, prowl I would go with. I am.
I mean,
I
yeah.
think because I want not to be noticed or seen, prowl is what I do as well.
Have you got anything in prowl?
I've got one little.
I haven't got anything, so you can do it in our group.
The group action.
Group action.
Sure. Okay.
Okay, so
So
we got Tamara's going to lead a group action in Prowl.
So I assist teammate.
You don't assist him.
I just roll it.
No, you don't do anything. Tamara is going to make the roll instead. I'm going to say that this is probably risky. I mean, he may be expecting you to do exactly what you're doing. I mean, that would be. He knows that you're aware of that he was there.
Yeah.
So I figure this is going to be a risky roll. The effect is going to be standard.
All right. I think I will be pushing myself at this point, even
Okay.
though I've learned the dangers of stress.
Okay. I'm
this
just
is a
setting
very-
this to group action as well, so we know that Aces and Bang will not be participating, but Tamara and Aggie are both participating, and you get to roll, and it should deal with everyone who is
Alright.
involved. Anything here that could assist you that you could think of, any advantage you might have?
I was only going to use Prow.
No, in terms of how you're going about it. Anything you can do that would make
so
this...
this is happening in Char Hollow,
It is.
and that is our territory, more or less.
Yeah, you've got turf in Char Hollow. This isn't necessarily your turf, but the citizenry are quite friendly toward you, whether you can take advantage of that in some way.
So that's it. I think we would probably use some of our gang members to assist by either drawing attention elsewhere or, making sure that if there's any way to get around, since this is our turf,
Having your gang members do something else. I mean, in terms of, because this is all happening in a matter of minutes, you may not have the opportunity for them to create any kind of diversion anywhere else.
Okay.
Could we follow on the rooftops? I know that sounds bizarre.
I mean, I'm assuming that would be part of it. Whether
Because
that
they're
would
quite
give you...
close buildings, aren't they? Sort of.
Oh yeah.
I would jump up then towards the rooftops.
I think probably the advantage we have is since we're two, we could be taking it from different approaches. So we could probably coordinate keeping eye contact on each other.
It'd be split up.
And be split up while we're doing it.
Oh, and you know what? I'll give you a bonus die for that if the way of doing it.
You've got
I'll be on the roof.
You have got the dog as well.
You got Kalev.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yes, we have the dog.
I mean, Kalev is an expert hunter.
Yeah.
That is what he does. So let's have another die. Let's have another die for that.
Yeah, I'm wondering if there's something that... Okay.
I mean,
and I'm still going to push myself to assume the risk of the of the stress.
Yeah.
All right, so I marked off that, and
I tell you what we'll do. We'll set the effect to great. That's probably the best way of handling that.
all right. So I'll toggle that. Oh, I think I may have ruined everything that you did.
Oh,
so just
no. Actually, no. That's fine. That's fine. Let's set that back to standard. I can add your bonus die in now.
Okay. I got the push.
Yep.
Did it work?
Yep.
You've not got the additional from.
Yeah, I've added it in.
Oh,
all right.
sorry.
Okay,
so...
you just give
No, Angie's character doesn't give an additional because this is Tamara's leading a group action. He makes the what happens here, just for chat's benefit, is that Tamara's going to make the roll, and also Aggie is going to make the roll, or it will automatically roll for her. If Aggie fails, it will just put stress onto Tamara. That's what will happen.
Right.
And it will do that automatically. So.
Wow, that's pressure.
Okay. Here we go.
Off group action.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey!
Okay, we got one.
Look at that. Yeah, so that was all right, wasn't it?
Very stressful, but good.
So you have done it. However, did that roll for Aggie as well?
It didn't roll for me. I was just looking.
It went to a normal action.
Oh,
not
he
a
went to a
group action.
normal action. Yeah, not a
Oh,
group
sorry.
Okay,
action. All right.
Probably from what I did.
that's fine. He succeeded.
I tell you what,
Take
Aggie,
that. Take that.
Aggie, what I'd like you to do then, Aggie, is I'd like you to make your roll in Prowl.
Oh, of course you would.
Yes, that's what you get, right? Or
Risky standard.
yes, but you're climbing, and
Oh, I got an injured arm and it's going.
Yeah, which is going to make that limited. Yeah.
Oh.
So, it's not going to make any difference, to be honest. It's not going to make any difference. Okay, so basically,
It makes a
Tamara's
difference.
Ow.
Tamara's going to take 2 stress from that.
So I had another 2, right? 1
Yeah, man.
and 2. Got it.
Am I not quite so stealthy when I climb up on the roof?
No, you're fine. You get through it with guidance.
Thomas shits himself when he sees you running almost
Yeah,
far.
yeah.
No, not like that. Oh, phew, she made it. Oh no, she almost.
See,
Well, I think what happens is he moves, he walks his way through part of Char Hollow, but then he catches a like a cab that takes him off somewhere, and you have to jump onto the back of this thing and ride it, following him.
I don't think I'll do that from the rooftops. I think they might notice. me
No, I
down
think
the
you'd
top.
you would definitely have to have come down to.
Okay, so
to
I
have
lose
done
them both.
No, you don't lose them both. You both are have jumped onto the back of the carriage and have made your way, all the way down through to Coleridge. And in a small district, a small building, like an old tenement building by the canal.
Where's Coleridge on the map?
Coleridge is just kind of south kind of east of where you are.
Oh, there we go.
There you go. Thanks.
Wow.
How
look
did
at
you
that.
do that? Coleridge is that way. But they're kind of on the night market side of Coleridge. And perhaps I shall put a little token somewhere.
Yeah, I'm still trying to find it.
It's the grey section.
If you click my ping message in the roll chat,
yeah.
and it will take you to it.
And now we have a dagger.
Yeah.
Ah,
As the carriage
That's it,
kind of
Matt.
just pulls up outside this rundown tenement building, which appears to be kind of abandoned,
Mm,
more or less.
right.
Can I just ask while it's on my brain?
Yep.
Where would I have? Obviously, if I got held and met up with them, would
Yeah, I
I've
guess
been
you
somewhere
probably
different.
know. It's a good point. Possibly
Yeah.
not. Then
Mhm.
again, would Bang have shared that information with the gang?
no be asked.
No. So
Straight up simple,
Bang
not be
already
asked.
knows. Bang already knows where this is.
It was not mentioned that we wanted to find out.
No,
the base,
that's
so-
right. And she may have wanted to keep it quiet. I don't know for reasons. But this would have been the same place.
While I was following him, and I am, on the prowl and hunting him and trying to get information, did I notice a wedding ring on any of his fingers?
it's the one that's bandaged up like that.
Okay, damn. Then I couldn't.
I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Did you want to find one?
Yes.
Oh. Well, then that's the
Yeah, but
answer
you want
now.
to find it for a different reason.
Yeah.
Is Thomas going to propose?
We need to
I mean,
tell Bang.
well. Yeah.
See, I'm trying to figure out if Bang was held at like a safe house somewhere or actually in his home. And whether or not there was a wedding ring on the finger, I might be able to.
Okay. This doesn't look like a house that is inhabited. I mean, Coleridge is a very industrialized area. There's lots of kind of warehouses, rail yard type stuff. This is just kind of an old, maybe it's old office building or something. It's very run down. It doesn't seem to be in use, as in like by legitimate business or anything like that right now.
Okay.
All the windows are all kind of very dusty, grimy. You can't quite see through them. It's like a 3-story building.
Yeah.
And he gets out of the carriage and he kind of climbs. Maybe he seems a little bit shaky as he gets out. Makes his way up the steps, but he seems to be kind of riding high on something. He's very pleased with himself. You go in through the front door and he shuts it behind him. But there's no indication whether or not this is a home or whether it's something else.
So, going to scout this place out.
Stake it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gonna stay there for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. And so I guess you would see a number of people coming and going. They all look dubious. None of them look like they're a member of Chain's family, that's for sure. They look like they're... I mean, you know what your gang looks like.
Perfectly fine. It was presentable.
Absolutely. 100% gentlemen, all of them. And so you kind of see a few people coming and going from this particular building, but...
Based on how they're dressed or what they're carrying,
yeah,
can we get an idea of the type of activities that they're going to conduct or that they're coming from conducting?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Or is that more just the hunt roll of collecting information later?
I mean, no, it's all part of the same thing, right? This is a kind of a gather information kind of phase that we're in. So, what we're finding is there are a couple of people that are coming and going. They remind you, I guess, of Oscar and Fela. They look, I mean, they're all armed. You're pretty sure of that as they come and go, whether it be knives, guns, whatever. There's one guy with kind of lank, kind of stringy hair. The others seem to kind of defer a little bit to him. And you see him kind of talking to them and kind of giving them reading them the riot act maybe and sending them on their way. And they kind of go off. They're just nodding and heading off and doing their thing. And then as the door opens and you kind of, as one of these exchanges takes place, the door opens. One of the scoundrels that you've identified is standing on the doorway. The lank-haired guy is there, but just behind him, you see there's a smaller figure. And Tomer, you recognize this person as the young girl that you saw with chains as you were dragged out of the auctioneer's house by the blue coat. It's the young girl with the very pale skin, the very grey eyes. Quite a sad, melancholy look to her. And the dark hair.
Do I notice a family resemblance to
No.
Chains? Okay.
No, you don't. No. And she kind of stays back. You only kind of catch a briefest glimpse of her in the doorway.
Aggie, did you see that girl? Did you see the young girl behind there?
Yeah.
She was at the auction house. She was with him. Why would he take a young girl to an auction house in the middle of a heist? And now she's here.
Maybe she has some skills that he needs.
She's just a kid. I think we gotta find out who this girl is and why is she so important to him. I mean, it doesn't look like a daughter or a granddaughter. She has no mutton chops.
He's probably holding her. She's probably something to do with it.
There's something haunting about those gray eyes.
I think you're looking into this a bit more than you need to be. So he's obviously, this is his lair. This is his base, isn't it? So we need to burn it down, yeah?
Well, we know that lairs can hold many different things. I think we let Aces decide what happens with the lair. He's the brains. He'll know what the proper thing to do here is. But we certainly do have a location, perhaps, for our next score. Someplace that's a little less public than an auction house. I mean, imagine all the things that we try to save up for and to put in our lair. Wouldn't it be easier just to take it from somebody else who already has it?
Oh yeah, let's go in. Let's rob it. Let's take it. I'm up for that.
And then we find a way to end the gang.
Well, I thought that's what we're doing anyway. Just go in there, sort them out, take them out, job done.
It all sounds so easy. Yeah.
It's no problem.
Okay. Aces has gone back to the lair. And Bang is still walking the streets, I guess.
I mean, she'll get back eventually.
Yeah.
It is just it's stuck.
Yeah.
With that.
I mean, how
memories.
is Bang kind of dealing with this whole it's quite obvious that she doesn't agree with what has just occurred to this debtor.
No. I think once the thoughts have gone away, the haunted memories that have gone away, it was thinking about all that, because obviously coming from the trade side, it is like that was his life, that was his livelihood. It was everything who this person was that has just been eradicated for, as she sees it, not a good enough reason.
No.
So it is, it's a bit. She's a bit on edge about it, I think.
And as she's walking back towards the lair, she gets that feeling again. The goosebumps appearing on her arms. And there's a window nearby, and she suddenly sees frost forming on that window. And there's like a crackle in the air, like static electricity.
Okay.
And you watch this frost kind of form and rise up the window near you of this building, like an alleyway or whatever that you're in.
Yeah.
You have this feeling that there's somebody else there with you.
Yeah, it's just keeping an eye out and maybe having a little bit of a closer look at the window to see what's going on there.
Okay. So yeah, examining the window, you kind of see. I mean, you've seen frost form on a window before. Kind of like at this spider web, kind of of ice that's kind of forming on the window. And this static effect that seems to be raising all the hairs on your arm up at once.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it does. It makes you shiver, makes you shudder. And out of the corner of your eye, perhaps a figure. You see a figure in the dark alleyway across the street. But when you turn to look at this thing, it vanishes.
Okay. So now, we've seen it again. She's more adamant that it wasn't just her remembering something back outside the bakery. There might have actually been somebody there too.
Yeah, possibly.
Um,
And we're going to end the session with that.
Oh.
I think. I think what we will quickly do is perhaps we will go through XP very, very briefly.
Yeah.
If that's all right with everybody. We'll start with Bang as we the same questions that we ask every session for XP. Have you addressed a challenge with technical skill or mayhem at all during this period?
no.
You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, your background.
Which is quite dilemma about.
Look, I'm gonna.
Yeah,
this
I would
is
say yes, you
obvious.
did.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
With this at all. So you get a tick in your playbook for that one.
Have we lost her?
It looks like we may have.
Oh, we may have. Yes.
We may have.
She's keeping very still.
You know what it
Or
is?
she's lost in
Yeah.
deep contemplation
I
about
mean, that's
these
probably. I
very
imagine that's what it is.
existential questions.
Well, I tell you what we'll do then. We'll jump away from Aggie and we'll go to Aces, the slide.
Bangs. It was bangs.
We're jumping away from Bang. We can go to
jumping
Aggie
up
if
to
you
Aces.
like.
Well, we got to Aces first.
Yeah.
And Aces, I will ask you your questions. Have you addressed a challenge with deception or influence at all?
I definitely feel like I influenced the baker.
There you go. So give yourself an XP for that.
Yeah.
Have you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background at all?
I think I would say yes on the beliefs. Like he
Okay.
definitely expressed his beliefs.
And then give yourself a tick for that. Have you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session?
Now, see, this is an awkward one because I've been pushing. I've basically been assuming Aces is in a lot of pain.
Okay.
And trauma at the moment. So in a way, he has struggled with his trauma, but I'd say again, it's too loose.
Yeah, I think traumas is kind of referring to traumas that you have once you've taken too much stress, which you probably don't have any at the moment. So, okay, that's fine. Tamer.
Yes.
Oh, so Tamer.
Yeah, we
have
apologize for the loss of
Yeah.
and that might makes things a little bit up.
Yeah, you know what it is.
We are still here, and you can.
Shall we
still
end the
listen
session
to us.
here? I said. And
Okay, we'll do the.
yeah,
we
we'll
should-
deal with Bang's experience later. Don't worry about that. So I'm going to quickly ask you: did you address a challenge with tracking or violence at all?
Yes, I
There
did.
you go. Give yourself a tick.
One tick.
Have you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, your background at all during this session?
No, not this session.
All right. Have you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during this session?
Not this session. No.
Okay, fine. And over to Aggie. Well, we ask you quickly, Aggie, have you addressed a challenge with violence or coercion at all
Yes.
during this session? And give yourself a tick. Have you expressed in your playbook XP?
Yeah.
Have you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background at all during this session?
Don't really think so. No.
Have you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas?
No.
Okay. Done.
Bang
well,
is
we
back.
got Bang back. Bang is back.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Hey, don't worry, don't worry. I just wanted to ask you quickly about your XP.
Yeah.
So, have you addressed a challenge with technical skill or mayhem at all during this session?
No.
Have you expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background during this session?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I think that's fair enough. I think definitely. And have you struggled with issues from your vice or traumas?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think so. Give yourself a tick for that. Very
fills me
quickly,
up.
we'll there you go. So you get to choose a new
Special ability.
special ability for from your playbook,
Yeah.
and we can also quickly look at the crew.
Yeah.
And did the crew says finds the right bit. Execute a successful battle, extortion, sabotage, or smash and grab operation.
Extortion?
Yes,
Just
definitely.
about
It was
that.
we got the money. That's a
Yeah.
success.
There you go.
Definitely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Put a tick in there. Contend with challenges above your station.
No, no,
no.
a baker's definitely. Well, I mean, some people would probably say a baker's above our station
Above
now.
yours.
Yeah.
You bolster your crew's reputation or develop a new one.
I would.
Oh, we bolstered.
I'd say
Yeah.
we
don't know-
bolstered our
I-
reputation by doing it.
I think we got a new reputation. I don't know that it's bolstered.
Well,
I feel like we definitely will have got something to what we were intended to. Probably not quite the way we intended to, but I definitely feel
if
like,
you like,
yeah.
if you
I've-
feel, yeah, you
I
should.
think that baker's assistant is going to be talking about us.
Oh God, yes, definitely, yeah.
Did you express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew at all during this
I
session?
definitely think we had in a conflict again.
I think so. Yes, there was a little inner conflict.
Yeah. Okay.
Definitely getting that
I-
in
I
a
wasn't
conflict
there to
every
see it.
time.
Yeah.
Oops.
That's that.
Yeah.
There's going to be so much editing on YouTube, isn't there?
There is.
Jesus Christ.
It's in the bin now. I've got tea leaves everywhere.
Anyway,
I bet you whipped
You
it
can make
before
a
you threw
coffee
it.
with them, Ange.